Okay, welcome everybody to today's class. We're looking at some more typical mistakes that students make. These are mistakes that my students have made over the past couple of weeks. And I hope that some of them will help you stop yourself from making similar mistakes. So let's start with number one. Everybody doesn't know what to do. Now, we don't usually say everybody and then a negative verb. We would normally say nobody knows. Yeah, rather than everybody doesn't know, we would say nobody knows what to do. So try not to use everybody with a negative verb. Yeah, that's the basically, and nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows what to do rather than everybody doesn't know what to do. Okay, nobody knows what to do. Don't use everybody and then a negative verb. Use nobody. Okay, hi Lolly. Number two, they saw that from the portal was coming Dr. Strange. Now this mistake came from a very young student. I think he's around 13 or 14 years old, maybe 12, I'm not sure, but around that age. And notice how he's inverted the structure of the sentence. Usually in English, we go subject, Dr. Strange, verb, came, and then indirect object from the portal. Dr. Strange came from the portal, yeah? Now, those of you who have been watching these classes might remember that I did some classes on fronting, and it is actually possible to say, from the portal came Dr. Strange. That is possible. From the portal came Dr. Strange. And it sounds very literary. But after they saw that, you really want to use ordinary word order. Okay? You really want to say, they saw that Dr. Strange came from the portal. It really needs to be that way round. So let's put it here. Dr. Strange. Sorry for writing in capitals. I just wanted to make it clear from the others. Dr. Strange came from the portal. You want to change the tense as well. Was coming isn't very good. But yeah, from the portal. They saw that Dr. Strange came from the portal. Okay, it ought to really be like that. I hope that's clear, and it's just because you've got they saw that first. It really doesn't sound good to use the fronting after they saw that. They saw that from the portal came Dr. Strange. It doesn't really ring very nicely. It doesn't sound very nice. But if you're starting the sentence with the prepositional phrase from the portal came Dr. Strange, that's fine. Just don't do it after they saw that. They saw Dr. Strange coming from the portal would work. They saw Dr. Strange came from the portal. They saw that Dr. Strange came from the portal. All of those options work. Okay. Shall we have a lunch in the garden? Now, some of you have probably been taught, don't use articles with breakfast, lunch and dinner. Okay, and that's one way to learn that. I think that's a good way to learn that because our articles are very complicated, and generally speaking, you just ought to learn whether a word has an article usually before it. And with lunch, breakfast and dinner, no they don't. We had lunch in the garden, we had breakfast at home, we had breakfast in bed. You don't usually use an article with meals. Okay, number four, he said that during eating a chocolate eclair. Now, this is a very advanced student who made this mistake. It's a very common mistake. During is not a very flexible word. It can't be used in a number of different ways. It can only be used in one way, and that's before a noun. And I'm not talking about a gerund. It doesn't sound good to use during and gerund, or it certainly doesn't in this sentence. Maybe somebody can come up with a sentence where it does sound okay, but you can't say he said that during eating a chocolate eclair. You'd have to say he said that while eating a chocolate eclair, and then it's fine. But you can say during the meeting, during lunch, during the break. During plus ordinary noun is great. It sounds good. Yeah, during the lesson, okay, but not during eating, during having, during winning. Okay, if you can't hear me, is that better? I mean, there's my microphone and I can see that it's plugged in. So you should be able to hear me. Try turning your volume up. What about other people out there? Can you hear me, guys? Please don't tell me I'm talking to nobody. Okay, let's carry on then. On to number 5. I have never seen that someone wears a bow tie. Excellent. I'm glad you can hear me, guys. Fantastic. Now have a look at this. I have never seen that someone wears. That's not the best way of putting this. There's a much better way of putting it. I have never seen, you don't say see that, do you? I have never seen someone wearing, participle, yeah? See someone doing, hear someone doing. That's how it works. Yeah, we use I saw two men fighting. I have never seen someone wearing a bolo tie. Okay, so use see someone doing, please, or see someone do. I have never seen someone wear. That's also correct. I have never seen someone wear a bolo tie. That would work as well. Okay, let's come on to number 6. Would they blame China or Russia to meddle in the elections? This is a prepositional mistake. Blame someone for plus ing. For needs to be here, and then meddling, interfering, meddling. Okay, would they blame China or Russia for meddling in the elections? But you can also say, would they accuse China or Russia of meddling? Accuse someone of, blame someone for, plus gerund. Okay, that's how those words work. Okay, number 7. How long have you been having your flat in London? Now, have is a stative verb, which means it can't be used in continuous tenses. It's a stative verb when you mean possess. Yeah, you can't say I am having a car. You need to say I have a car. You can't say I am having a flat. You need to say I have a flat. And for that reason, you say how long have you had your flat in London? Now, you can use have dynamically in continuous tenses if it means eat or drink. I am having a cup of tea, I am having a coffee, and for that reason you can say I have been having breakfast. That's why I'm late. Yeah, I have been having breakfast. You can say that, but you can't say I have been having a flat. You have to say I have had my flat for 10 years. How long have you had your flat in London? Number 8, my parents had got many problems with my sister. Now this is a very common mistake, and it's not often seen in grammar books. It's not often explained in grammar books. It is explained in English File Advanced though, and it's a good point that they make here. You can't use have got in the past, okay? When you mean possess, you can't. This is not correct. You need to say my parents had many problems with my sister. If you want to put have got into past, just use had. Don't use had got. Yeah, have got in the past is just had. So my parents had many problems with my sister. Okay. Number 9, haven't you a TV? Haven't you got a TV? Or don't you have a TV? Both of those okay. You can say haven't you got a TV? Or don't you have? That's fine as well. You can use present simple with have. Don't you have a TV? Don't you have brothers or sisters? Don't you have? Yeah, have you got would be present perfect. Don't you have would be present simple. But both are okay. Okay, if you can't hear me, guys, you're going to have to turn something on or change something. Number 10, we are going to stop at a hotel. Now, we don't say stop at a hotel. We say stay at a hotel. I know in many languages they do say stop at a hotel, and I suppose that's where the mistake comes from your original language. And I hope you can see that one at the bottom, yeah? If you can't, that should be there. We are going to stay at a hotel. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. I hope that this gives you some material to work on with your mistakes. Please remember that everybody makes mistakes and that I made a mistake in the last class with one of the questions on the board. So thanks guys for correcting me about that. Everybody makes mistakes, and the way that you, the attitude you have to your mistakes, it will, if you have the right attitude, which is to forgive your mistakes, that will help you learn much faster. If you're unforgiving and you don't forgive yourself for your own mistakes, that won't help you learn quickly. So please be kind to yourself, forgive your own mistakes and move on. Okay, thanks everybody for watching, and I hope to see you all soon.